Hi everyone, welcome to your mat space today. Hope you are feeling well, you are fit and healthy, and that you're having a good day so far, whatever time you choose to do this practice. So listening to your body throughout the practice, knowing when to challenge yourself, knowing when to rest, but most importantly, enjoy it, do what you feel you can do, and come to resting child's pose if you need to at any point. So let's start on our backs. So coming down, legs out long, or bring a bend into the knees, and keep the feet roughly a little bit wider than hip width, and the hands and the arms. A bit of space between those and the body just to start softening down, soften the neck, the shoulders, the hips, and just spend a few moments just making any adjustments you need to so that you can then come to complete stillness. Noticing if you're holding on to any tension anywhere, turning the palms up towards the ceiling, and just start to connect the body. So mentally, physically, emotionally, how are you feeling today? Close down the eyes or soften the gaze. And then find that connection to the breath. So as we inhale through the nose, we feel the belly rise. Then exhale, soften through the nose, releasing the exhale. Energizing inhale. Cleansing exhale. Breathe in for 4. Out for 6. Inhale. Exhale. Continuing this with your own breath, your own rhythm. In for 4, out for 6. Softening the jaw. Tongue softening away from the roof of the mouth. Good, just spending a few more moments here. Nice, and slowly opening the eyes. Reach the arms up overhead, give yourself a full body stretch. Good, then hug the knees in towards the chest, give yourself a little rock and roll over the lower back, finding that space in the body. Good, and then taking a knee in each hand, begin to take the knees in a clockwise, in opposite directions. So one goes clockwise, one goes anti-clockwise, just finding some space in the hips and then reversing. Good. Keep the chin slightly tucked. Well done. And then come to stillness. Keep the knees over the hips, goalpost the arms or lengthen the arms up. Bring a gentle shift to the left of the hips and allow the knees over to the right, coming into a gentle twist. Good, so gaze can either be up to the ceiling or over to the left, whatever's most comfortable. But try to keep this left shoulder down so we get more thoracic spine rotation, but don't force it down. Soften the hips, the knees. 2 more breaths here. Good, squeeze the tummy as you come all the way back to center. Release the feet down, re-centralize the hips in the middle of the mat. Before we take the hips to the right, allow the legs over to the left. Good, again up, gaze up to the ceiling or over to the right, softening the shoulders down, finding that rotation through the spine. Soften the hips. Good. One more breath here. Squeeze the tummy as you come back to center. Release the legs down. Recentralize the hips. Good. Bring the arms down beside you. Keep the knees bent. And then walk the feet back so you can roughly just touch the middle finger with the heel. Feet facing forward, roughly in line with the hips. So we're going to come into our bridge rolls. So before we go anywhere, think about pressing and squeezing a grape into the mat underneath your lower back. Lift the pelvic floor, draw the belly in towards the spine. Squeeze the glutes, press the feet down. Good. As we inhale, slowly lift the hips up. Imagining we're squeezing a pencil between the butt cheeks. Send the hips as high as you can without losing that glute activation. Then as we exhale, keep that activation through the glutes and the stomach as we slowly release down. Good. Don't release that engagement through the glutes until the tailbone comes down to the mat. Then we release for a breath. Good. Squeeze everything again and then lift up. Nice. Imagine you're squeezing a block between your legs so we've got that isometric contraction through the inner thighs as we slowly exhale down. Good. 5 more like that. Release the glutes at the bottom. Then before you go again, squeeze everything, press the feet down, tilt that pelvis, lift the hips. Good. And lower down. Set 4 more. Release, squeeze everything, and lift. Good. Using the whole breath, so the whole length of the inhale brings you up. The whole length of the exhale releases the hips down, but you keep that engagement through the glutes and through the core the entire journey until the hips come back down. Good. 2 more. Lifting up. Good. Releasing down. Last one. Coming all the way up, and we're going to hold it up here. Come down halfway, drive up through the heels. Down halfway, drive up. Good. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Keep that activation as we lower the hips all the way down. Good. Hug the knees in towards the chest. Give yourself a big squeeze. Good. Okay, so we're going to rock and roll up and down the back, up and down to come to a seated position. If you'd rather come to one side, then please do so. We're going to come up. Good. Just a few times, finding that movement. Coming all the way up. Good. And then coming to a cross-leg position, and we're going to come straight up to standing from here. So come all the way up, come to the middle of the mat. Good. Okay, so from here, we're going to come into a little bit of mobilization through the upper back, the shoulders, and then the hips. So bring the hands down next to you. We're going to start with the neck. So bring the hands to a fist, and then draw the chin in towards the chest. Just make sure that we're not drawing the shoulders down either. We're not rolling down. It's literally that neck flexion. Good. And then dragging the chin across the left collarbone towards the left armpit. Good. Left ear towards the left shoulder. Slowly taking the head all the way back as we take the right ear to the right shoulder. Chin towards the right collarbone, towards the right armpit. And then drag it along the right collarbone towards the chest. Good. 2 more towards the left. Exactly the same, moving slowly with control. Working through the different ranges of movement within the neck, cervical spine. Good. Using the breath. Squeeze the glutes, squeeze the tummy. Just notice how everything's feeling. Good. And then reverse. Nice. few more towards the right. So dragging the collarbone, the chin along the collarbone, right ear to right shoulder as the head slowly comes back. Articulating, left ear to left shoulder, chin towards the left underarm as we drag the chin across the collarbone. Good. One more towards the right. Maybe releasing a few clicks and pops. Good. And then release the head back to center. Nice. And then what we're going to do is we're going to bring the arms out to the side, draw the shoulders up towards the ears, back, down, forwards, up, back, down, forwards. Good. You can also do it with the hands down, so we can go up, back, down, forwards. Good. So we're coming from forwards, up, retract, depress, protract, elevate, retract, depress, protract. Good. Reversing it. So we're going to retract, elevate, protract, depress. Good. Retract, elevate, protract, depress. Keep squeezing the glutes. Good. So moving through that scapula. Good. Last one, and then return to stillness. Okay, coming through the shoulder. So starting with the right, squeeze the glutes, squeeze the tummy. Left hand comes to a fist. Good. So bring the palm to face the right thigh. We're going to almost draw the right arm in towards the center. Lift it up towards, coming into flexion, reaching the arm up overhead. Turn the palm out. So we're spinning into internal rotation through the shoulder. Release the arm behind you without dragging the torso. Good. And then keeping the arm into external rotation. Nice. Elevate. What's it called? Extend. Extend the shoulder behind you. Reaching it all the way up. Overhead. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze as we flip the palm in. Then bring the hand across the center. Good. One more like that. Inhale, reach up. Flipping the palm out. Taking the arm all the way behind us. Good. And bringing it beside you. Extend the shoulder. Reach all the way up as we take the palm in. Then exhale, release down. Good. Changing sides. So squeeze that right glute, the right hand into a fist, squeeze the tummy, squeeze the glutes. Good. Left hand comes down beside you. Draw it into the center as we flex through the shoulder. Flip the palm out. Then release the arm all the way behind you. Isolating the shoulder joint as we bring the arm beside us. Extend through that shoulder, reaching all the way up as we bring the palm in. Good. Then exhale, release the hand in front of you. Good. One more. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, flip the palm out. Release the arm all the way behind you. Palm facing in. Good. Find that extension through the shoulder. Reach all the way up as we flip the palm in as we're rotating the shoulder joint. Good. And then release down. Well done. And then give the arms a shake. Nice. And then bring the hands to opposite shoulders. Tuck the chin towards the chest, round through the spine. Draw the chin towards draw the elbows towards the belly button. Good. Draw the elbows towards the right foot. So we had a little angle rotation here. Right shoulder towards the right foot as we roll the left shoulder back into lateral flexion. Allow the spine to come back into extension. Left shoulder towards the left foot. Elbows towards the left foot. And elbows towards the belly button. Good. Elbows towards the the right foot. Right shoulder, right foot. Spine coming into extension. Left shoulder, left foot. Elbows, left foot.
and then elbows towards the stomach, reverse, elbows, left elbow, left, left foot, left shoulder, left foot, coming into our spinal extension as we draw the right shoulder towards the right foot in lateral flexion, rotation as we draw the elbows towards the right foot, and then flexion through the spine as we draw the elbows towards the stomach. One more time, finding that rotation, lateral flexion, extension, lateral flexion to the other side, rotation towards the right, and then draw the elbows in. Good, and then slowly lift up. Well done. Release the hands. Okay, so coming to our hips. Good, bring the hands to the hips, root down through this left leg, squeeze the glutes. We're going to flex the right foot up, so really squeeze the hip. What you need to be mindful of here is that you're not bending this left knee and you're not drawing the torso forwards to get a deeper flexion. We're staying nice and upright. Good, flex the foot. Then we're going to draw the right hip in to internal rotation and adduction, okay? Nice. Then slowly bring the hip into external rotation, abduction, and your balance. Good. Then we're going to keep super strong through the core. Then we're going to return into internal rotation. Good. Extend through the hip. And then draw the hip back, down. Good. Again, flex. Internal rotation, adduction. External rotation, abduction. Internally rotate. Extension through the hip. And then back together. Good, let's reverse. Extend. Good. Abduct and externally rotate, almost like a frog's leg. You can hold on as well. Good. Draw that leg into adduction. Internally rotate the hip. And then bring it back. Good. Extend. Abduct. Externally rotate. Adduct, internally rotate, keeping it in flexion, and release down. Good. Coming to the other side. So yeah, hold on if you need to. Squeeze through that right leg nice and strong. Flex through that left hip. Good. Adduct towards the body. Internally rotate, so draw the knee in. Good. Then bring into external rotation, adduction, abduction. Good. Internally rotate into that frog's leg. Squeeze the glute, flex. Good. The knee, hip comes into external rotation as we draw the knee back. Good. Flex the knee. Internally rotate the hip. Flex the hip, internally rotate the hip. Good. Adduct towards the body. Open to external rotation as we come into abduction away from the body. Internally rotate through the hip. Good. As we bring that leg behind us into hip extension. And then draw the leg back. Good. Squeeze the tummy. Reversing it. Hip extension. Good. Externally rotate the hip as we come into abduction. Internally rotate the hip as we come into adduction. And then draw that leg back. Good. One more time. Extend through the hip. Externally rotate. Abducting the leg away from the body. Internally rotate. Keep flexing through the hip. Good. Abduct, adducting towards the body. And then release. Well done. And then give the legs a little shimmy side to side. Okay, so coming to the end of the mat, we're going to roll down to our plank. So soften the knees, chin into the chest, allow the arms to become super heavy, slowly rolling all the way down. Good. Release the hands down, walk into plank. Good. Squeeze the tummy, nice. Soften the hips, gaze slightly forwards. Good. Press into the hands. We're going to step the left leg outside the left hand. Good. Ground through the right shoulder. And then bring the left elbow towards the left foot. And then inhale, rotate up. Exhale, left elbow, left foot. Inhale, rotate up. One more time. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, release the left hand. Step back, plank. Good. Pause here. Squeeze the glutes, squeeze the inner thighs. Nice. Right foot steps forward. Strong through that left leg. Ground through the left hand. Inhale, find that rotation. Exhale, right elbow, right foot. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale, release, step back plank. Good. Pause here. Press through the hands, tuck the tailbone slightly, squeeze the glutes. We're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hinge the hips, come to downward facing dog. Good. So that upside down V shape, first down dog, so don't force the legs straight, bring a little bit of gentle bend to the legs, soften the head, soften the neck, glide the shoulders down the spine, towards the hips. Good, and then pause here. Inhale, ripple forwards to high plank. Squeeze the glutes, squeeze the tummy. Keep the arms extended. As we exhale, soften the hips down. Draw the chest through, engage through the front thighs into our up dog variation. Exhale, squeeze the glutes, draw the chin in towards the chest. Really use the tummy to bring you back to down dog. Good, 2 more like that. Inhale. Exhale. Chest draws through. Inhale. And exhale. One more. Inhale. Good. Exhale. Pause here in your up dog, and then we're going to take the gaze over the left shoulder. Keep strong through those legs. Back to center. Right shoulder. Back to center. Good. And then coming back to our down dog. Well done. Release the knees nice and wide to the edges of the mat. The big toes come to touch. Send the hips down towards the heels, coming into a wide leg child's pose. Reach the arms as far forward as feels good for you. Maybe roll over the forehead side to side. Soften the jaw. Good, so mobilising the body is so important, especially in the morning. Getting those joints moving through the different ranges of movement, waking the body up. Good, especially as most of us are so sedentary in our work now. We often go from bed to the car to a desk all day. And our bodies then compensate in various ways. So to take the joints through the movements that they're supposed to. Good. Balling the hands underneath the shoulders. Draw the knees in, and we're going to come down to one hip. Coming down onto our back. So coming all the way down. Good. Release the head, shoulders down, release the legs down, and come to your Shavasana. So after that morning mobility, really lovely to do this every morning if you can. Close the eyes, soften the jaw. Good. And then spend as long as you can in your Shavasana. So your relaxation. Good. So as always, it's always a pleasure to guide you through the yoga practice. I hope you enjoyed today's mobility session. Hopefully see you soon on the mat. Take care, enjoy the rest of your day. Namaste.